I just love that little countdown. Hello, everyone. It is Success Power Hour Friday with Master Coach LaKendra, and I am the founder and CEO of the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, where we certify, train, and develop coaches, teaching them how to maximize in their gifts, their talents, their purpose, their visions, their dreams, so they can become the best version of themselves before they leave this earth. It's just really that simple. Life coaching is a lifestyle, and it don't matter what walk of life you come from or what professional industry that you're in. We all have a life coach within us. So I am so excited about our second segment of Success Power Hour Friday, and we're going to be bringing up Coach Tamasha Winsington, and you will be able to meet her because she is really the highlight of the hour. I'm just walking, just strolling by. Like if you imagine sitting on a bench in the park and somebody just kind of walked by and you was like, I wonder where they going. Who is that person? That's who I am here. I'm just bringing our coaches to a platform where they can share their unique gift and be an inspiration and empower and inspire whoever tunes in to get this great information that we'll be sharing week after week on every Friday up until the end of this year. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll be putting up those little nuggets so you can find us. But our YouTube channel is, if you just all lowercase letters, bit.ly, B as in boy, IT period LY, bit.ly / follow Gice, GICE. So we'll put that up there so you can follow us. We are just really excited about our coaches. They're just ready. They're ready to step up to the plate. They're ready to find their audience. And we just want to help however we can be a platform where we can serve their authority, serve their voice. That's who we are as an institute. We love what we do. Being the only institute in the whole entire world, like my niece would say when she was a little girl, in the whole wide world, we are the only institute that certify, train, develop, and hire our coaches underneath our mental health platform, which calls Jice Love. So if you know anyone in the Texas area, specifically in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, that need mental health services, that may be in an underserved community, or they may not have the resources, please direct them our way. And you can send them right over to jiceloves.org. So without further ado, I am going to bring our coach of, she's a coach of a whole bunch of stuff. I'll read her bio in a minute, but if I just wanted to talk off the top of my brain, she is the coach of truth. She is the unapologetic coach of truth. Love her to death. I call her my mini-me, right? So we're going to bring her on. Hello, Coach Tamasha.
Hello, Master Coach LaKendra.
How's it going, girl?
All is well. All is perfect and complete.
I love that. We have Coach Shanique. Hey, Coach Shanique, one of our newest coaches. She's our full coach now. She's no longer a half a coach. So hello, Coach Shanique. If you are tuning in right now, we're going to ask you to share this out, because one thing I will say is when Coach Tamasha opens up her mouth, it is so powerful, and it's none of that fluff. It's everything that you need to get to actually to move to your next level. So you do not want to miss her. Hello, Coach Amina. Look at the two queens that was in class together. They own here. Hey, how are you doing? And also, if you're tuning in, we know from the YouTube platform, we cannot see your comments, but if you are tuning in and you're on Facebook and you're on our page, just speak. It's almost like, if you went to a networking event or you went to any type of event and you entered into a room, what is the etiquette? What's the etiquette, Coach Tamasha?
You better come in and speak.
That's it. My mama said that. Don't you ever walk in a room and not open your mouth and let people know your presence, right? Because your presence is so important. Hello, Coach Claire, way from the Philippines. It's 5:36 a.m. Saturday morning, and here she is. She's gonna catch this live. So, like I said, without further ado, let me introduce to you Coach Tamasha. She's authentic. I said that right. She's accountable. She is hella funny. Okay. She has a great sense of humor. And those are just a few characteristics that encompasses who she is. With 20 years of making her way around corporate America, Coach Tamasha shifted and developed her awareness in order to gain everything she desires. She retired at 38 years old. Who want to be like her? Raise your hand. Retiring, okay. She retired at 38 years old. Tamasha has now taken ownership of her truth and living in it on purpose and showing others how to do the same. And when I asked Coach Tamasha about what inspired her to be a coach, right? Coming from this wasn't her lane, the human development or psychology or all that, it wasn't her lane. She came from corporate America. So when I asked her what inspired her to be a coach, she said, I have always been the voice of a different perspective of my close friends and even strangers. Since a child, I often was complimented on my maturity and ability to not just hold a conversation, but have a meaningful dialogue. My strength is effective communication, and I totally agree with that. And while that skill alone helped me to elevate in the job world, I knew that my voice carried more value and a different set of ears needed access to it. That is a big thing when you finally understand that my voice has value. Coach Tamasha, let's talk. Are you ready to talk to me for a minute?
Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, so because that just really touched me, like my little hairs on my arm stood up. When you talked about having your voice, take us back from when you didn't have a voice, and why was it so important for you to journey through that to get to where you are right now?
So as a child, I'm the youngest of three, and my older brother and sister are 7 and 9 years older than me. So you can imagine that I played by myself. You figure by the time I was 7, my sister was 14 doing teenage things. So she didn't want to be bothered with me like that. So I played a lot by myself. I built characters and set up scenes from my imagination alone, right? And so I had a lot of time just with me, on top of the fact that my father was the communicator. He was the one who, we had conversations like we're having now ever since that I can remember being a baby. So I became very fluent in dialogue and my vocabulary was expanded much younger. I really feel like growing up, even throughout elementary and middle school and high school, the times that I was able to use my voice was in spaces like theater, or when there was a project and you had to read something in front of the class. But outside of that, because we kind of lived in more of a stricter household, I didn't have a lot of outside interaction with other people. So really everything was just within me. I felt like it was just all inside of my mind, inside my head. But of course, as I got older and I did begin to get into the workforce, that's where I had my most, meaningful exchanges and dialogues, dealing with customers and things like that. And so of course, throughout my career, all of my talking was at work. It was always at work. I mean, and then I had my friends that would call me. They would say so many things, about the phrases that I would use. And so I don't even think it was that I didn't have a voice. I just didn't understand the power of it before I understood the power of it. So yeah. Oh, you're muted, Coach.
Oh, I'm glad I was muted because I had some feedback on my phone with your voice. So great.
Okay.
So it means that y'all didn't hear all of that. Okay, that's great. Yeah, I think about our whole topic today, which is about, manifestation. And when you were younger, retiring first at 38, right? Because I know people are very intrigued by that, because you have people who are 48 and 58 and are like, how do I retire? How do I go back and retire at 38, right? Is that something, bringing in manifestation, is that something that you dreamt of? And is that something that you desired early? Talk about that, and what made you completely walk away at 38? Because for me, when you talk about retirement, that means I am ready to put aside this life to start the life that I want to live, right? Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit, bring us a little bit into that space with you.
Yes, absolutely. Around 2012 was when I was introduced to entrepreneurship. I had joined multi-level marketing, and I was able to sit at the table with young adults aging from 18 on up who was not working a standard W-2 job. And that fascinated me. And so being involved in MLM and being around those that were involved in it and seeing that grind and seeing that hustle, I was like, I need that. I need the time freedom. I need the flexibility, and I need the passive and residual income. And at that moment in 2012, I committed to learning as much as I can in order to obtain that. During that time, in a corporate job, I believe, so 2012, it had been a year that I had been in Dallas. I was working for a pharmaceutical call center. And I remember when I, had gotten that job, that I was thinking I was going to level up in the company. I mean, I know phone etiquette. I know how to problem solve. I was solution based. I can talk any customer or any patient down. I knew that I had the potential to be upper management, right?
I'm good with them skills. I love it.
And so when I was introduced into MLM and I found myself doing the exact same thing, and knowing that the pay rate could be much higher, that's when there was a shift. That's when everything shifted. And I told myself from 2012, I will, and then it was before, I'll retire before the retirement age, which I believe is like 65. It's probably higher now, but you got to work pretty long before you qualify technically by the powers that be that your retirement age. So I knew in 2012 that I was going to retire prior to then, and I would do whatever it takes to retire my mother, who was and is still working. So we're still working on that part, but I made it to me getting out of the workforce, and that is exactly where it started.
Love that. Love that. So we have now entered into our Power Hour topic. And that topic is manifestation true or real? Let me see what it is for real. Does manifestation really work? Okay. So we're going to open it up. So everybody that's tuning in, listen, get you something to write with, because Coach Tamasha is truly the coach of truth. I know the information she's going to bring to us is researched, it's science-based, it's heart-based, and you're going to learn a lot. If you ever wondered about manifestation and how does that work and how can you apply it to your life so you can live the extremely best life that you can desire, this is when you really want to listen and take notes and ask questions, because we'll have a Q&A at the end. So before I open it up and give the floor to Coach Tamasha, I want y'all to ponder on this. And this comes from Gay Hendricks. And I love Gay Hendricks and all of his little manipulatives that he puts out there. And one of his true manifestation, that's what he calls it, his true manifestation cards say, it's been my card all day. I pull a card every day and read it. Is when you figure out what you want, the first relevant question is, will you let it be possible for you? Will you let it be possible for you? Wow. Manifestation starts with that question. If you can see it, will you allow it to be possible for you? So, Coach Tamasha, I'm going to let you build on that little nugget I dropped, and I'll be right back with you. Y'all have fun.
Thank you all again, just for chiming in. This is such an honor to be able to speak on just not on this platform, but just to everyone that's just tuning in. Like, it means so much to me. I have a workshop called Manifesting the Authentic You. And it is about being your most authentic self and manifesting it. In relation to the quote that Coach LaKendra just said, saying that as soon as you know what you want, you will work towards it. And let's just break down the meaning of manifestation. So I'm just going to read what I guess, like the Webster's dictionary definition is. And so manifestation is an event, an action, or an object that clearly shows or embodies something, especially a theory, a declaration, a demonstration, expression, and it's even known to be as evidence. It's a testimony. It's proof. It's the display, right? So let's just wrap our minds around all of those things. That is the definition of manifestation. The part that sticks out most to me is declaring it, right? Back in 2012, I declared that I would be retired. And I'll even tell you something. I'll even go a little bit further back. When I was a child, I grew up, of course, I was born in 83. I don't mind telling my age. So I was born in 83. So I'm a 80s, 90s baby, right? My most youthful time was during the 90s. So we had all of the love music, the R&B music and things like that. And I remember recording videos and watching, Jodeci and Silk and all those R&B artists just swoon women in their videos, right? They would paint this picture that they had all these beautiful relationships. And I remember telling myself, even as a kid, I'm going to have that. I am going to have that. I want that type of love and everything. And so those were just thoughts that I would have. When my mom would make me go to bed early, I had a hard time falling asleep, I would put in my mind what I wanted to dream about. Y'all, I had no clue that I was actually manifesting. I had no clue that I was actually affirming through my dreams and through my thoughts. You figure even at a young age. And so essentially the concept of manifestation is all about focusing on what you desire, attracting what you say and what you do. Because let's be real, you cannot manifest without doing the work. You cannot manifest without having some type of control over what you're thinking, over what the outcome would be, AKA daydreaming, AKA fantasizing, playing things out in your head, how it would be, different scenarios, different ideas, right? But here's the thing. The most important part in manifesting is doing the work. It's the most important element, and it tends to be emphasized the least. Manifesting and manifestation is a buzzword right now. It is buzzing around. There are several of your favorite influencers, stars, they use manifesting a lot. But again, I think it's starting to get a little bit tainted where people think, oh, you're manifesting. Oh, you're doing some type of magic to make something come to you. And that is not what it is. And whatever narrow views you are hearing, that is why I'm here to clear it up for you. And the thing about it is that with manifestation, it's just simply fulfilling your desires. We're just fulfilling them. Doing the work is when the real manifestation exists, right? Some people want money. Some people want cars, some people want marriage, like what I was thinking about when I was a kid, and those are some of our most common dreams, thoughts that we want to come into fruition. But sometimes when you focus only on instant success or instant gratification and just having and the gimme, and oh, I want it, and then you don't get it, you find yourself disappointed. Sometimes not even sometimes, but all the time, if you really don't understand manifestation, it can lead to faulty and problematic thinking. You really have to dive deep and get clear about your thought process. I think that also ties into a level of discernment, a level of awareness, right? Being clear and having clarity on what you want. And then doing the most important part, the do, right? So instead of, thinking that it will be handed to you, we should guide our attention to the most significant part, which is committed action. The power is in setting your mind to the right frequency and then taking that committed action accordingly. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was a little kid and I was watching Jodeci and everything, there was nothing that I could actually do in order for it to come into fruition that I would have this family, a house and a family and a dog and things like that. However, it was constant in my thoughts. I had examples of what toxic relationships look like, and I knew I didn't want that, right? Some of the things that my dad would pour into me was that you have to have an amazing personality. Pretty isn't enough. There's a quote that says, pretty may open doors, but it's not enough to get you in. And that is something that has always stuck with me. So I took pride in my self-perception, not thinking or worrying about what others thought about me, but making sure that I was clear about myself so that when I do present myself to others, then they would have a similar perception of me that I had of myself. So I was cautious and conscious of my personality, how I presented myself. And of course, that's always elevating and growing till this day. I want to share something with you guys because someone had mentioned that they didn't know if they believed in manifestation. They weren't sure if it even works. In June of 1983, coincidentally, the year that I was born, the CIA studied and documented the concept of the law of attraction. 1983, 38 years ago, right? The concept was established by Dr. Robert Monroe. And he created something called the Gateway Experience, which was a meditation program. And according to Monroe and the CIA, when your body is asleep and your mind is awake, you are in a deep meditative state. You have so much control over your subconscious mind, which goes back to when my mama used to make me go to bed at 7:35. And I knew it was 7:35 because Love Connection would come on at 7:30. My mama did not play about those bedtimes, y'all. And I would lay there so upset that my sister gets to stay up and my brother didn't have to go to bed, but I did. But I would lay there and I would put myself into a mindset of thoughts and images and ideals so that when I fell asleep and I got into that realm of dreaming, I was actually in a meditative state and having control over my subconscious mind so that I can control my dreams. Through your subconscious mind, this is documented. You can literally perceive things into existence, into your reality. Before it was called manifestation, they called it patterning. Using the unconsciousness of the to achieve desired objectives. Let me read that again. I stumbled over my words. They call this patterning, and it's using the consciousness to achieve desired objectives. It involves concentration. I was concentrating on Devontae from Jodeci because I thought he was so fine, y'all. Like, that's my husband. That's how it's gonna be, right? And so the state of that concentration when you get ready to go to sleep, so everybody will experience this tonight when you decide to lay down, but it involves a concentration and you begin to go into what they call a focus 12 state. And so this develops as you get ready to fall asleep and, you kind of get ready to start snoring, maybe a little slop. You begin to find yourself in focus 12. Focus 12 is the state of expanded awareness. You are now aware of what's going on in your dream. You ever wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, I was just dreaming about something, and you remember the dream and then you want to go back and dream some more because you weren't done? You are in total consciousness of what you're dreaming and what you're thinking about. The scientists, y'all, now this is just not opinion. This isn't conspiracy. The scientists call this mental rehearsal. Get that? Mental rehearsal. We can rehearse the things that we want, how we want things to play out. Also, according to Monroe and the CIA, when your body is asleep, your mind is awake in that deep meditative state, and you have so much more control. It begins that your mind now has limitless power to shape and shift. I mean, come on, y'all. We are all energy. Okay? They taught us this in science class. We are all energy. We all exist on multiple energy fields. That is why you can rub something and then go and touch somebody and now you done shock them, right? You ever done that? So we are all energy. The CIA, have concluded that the consciousness is a function of our human mind based on stimuli, right? And understanding that our mind and the way that it functions varies. Okay. When we start to jump in and talk about like atoms and molecules and the nucleus and everything, all of that is measured, and this is documented. All of it is measured through vibration, which is called hertz, right? Hertz. And so when we talk about hertz, like you'll see something that says, megahertz and things like that. All of that is just derived from a place of frequency, right? Energy, your music that you turn on, your lights that you turn on. Sometimes the lights may flicker. It's all energy. And so because of this, we can fine tune our minds and our spirit to cultivate these vibrations to align with our thoughts. A human cell vibrates 1 kilohertz. It's all cycles of energy. And because we are energy, we are without limit, right? So how does manifestation even work? I told you about my childhood and how, I would have all these dreams and things like that. And so what would I do now as an adult in order to manifest, right? So a couple of things that I do is I pray, of course. I make requests. I declare, right? Because that's what manifesting is. We are declaring, we're making a declaration. So I make declarations daily on the things that I want, not forgetting that I am extremely grateful. I walk around in extreme gratitude for everything that I have, right? Defining the things that you want, defining the things that you need, right? Because let's be real, manifestation is not just about getting physical things. You should be trying to manifest clarity. You need to manifest your heart. I made a post the other day. You got to get that hate up out your heart so that things can start coming to you. Some of us can admit that we are angry souls, that we're upset, that we're frustrated, and we're mad, and we're hung up on things that have happened to us before that didn't feel good, right? A part of manifesting is manifesting feelings to be in favor, to be in love. You can shift that about you. Remember, I said it's a rehearsal. So it's a mental movie as if it's being played out. What would that feel like if I was able to let go that heartbreak? What would that feel like if I was able to accept that, you know what? It was my fault that I was fired from that job. What if I was able to manifest that the heaviness of those feelings were taken away from me? What would that feel like? What do I think it would feel like? I would be a lot less lighter. So manifestation is not limited to tangible things. Manifestation is you. It is how you can then process and become your most organic and authentic self. And that's what I talk about in my workshop. Details towards the end of the video. But I say all that to say, y'all, plant the seeds of your desires, right? It's just like the process of harvest. It's slow, but it's certain. It will happen. It is sure to grow, right? Which also, by another definition, is faith. You don't have to only attempt to manifest materialistic things, because and something that I want y'all to know is that when you try to manifest, I want that Benz, I want that Audi, be mindful that materialistic pursuits can deafen the divine purpose that's inside of you. So don't get, things misconstrued. Don't get your thoughts cloudy trying to manifest tangible things for show. Because the do part of manifesting is a part of your divine purpose. It's a part of what you need to do. It's a part of the assignment that was assigned to you by source, God, universe, whichever you like to refer to it as. But we are all here to complete an assignment. You have to get excited about it. And when you get excited about the assignment, when you get excited about the purpose that you are here to fulfill, then you will manifest, AKA you will yield those things. And everything else that you want, that Audi, that Benz, that Panamera, that Lambo, all of that will come regardless, because you're doing the work. LaKendra always says we do heart work. We operate from the heart, right? And so just imagine, we're all frequency, we're all energetic beings. The mind is connected to the heart is connected to the mind. Our thoughts, our ideas, our states of our different dream states that we're able to reach. Your faith in that is your fortune. There is an entire process that takes place. There is an entire shift that takes place when you are mindful in what you say to yourself, what you begin to affirm for yourself. Affirmations, manifestations, prayer, faith, hope, love, awareness, alignment, all of that is encompassed together. When I began doing manifestations, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, like I felt crazy. It feels a little corny. Right? Let's just be real. Like it feels a little corny. Like I'm gonna totally like grab my mirror Tamasha, you are kind, you are smart, you are important, right? It feels a little corny to tell yourself those things when no one else is around, right? You're almost embarrassed and no one's even looking. But you can psych yourself out, and it's not lying to yourself, but you're building and reprogramming yourself, right? Just like with your computer, you need updates so that you can get the right downloads to fit the version of you. Breathing, tapping into the heart, taking notes. Y'all, I have cards of quotes everywhere. Not just to look at it and read it and then go out and just do the same things that are not giving me results. Something we learn is you must enable yourself to learn, figure out who you are, and be that on purpose. You have to be it on purpose. You have to request for those downloads so that you can constantly be updated on who your true, authentic self is. The provision comes after the process. It is a must that you do the work. Do not confuse what you see with your eyes with what you need to focus on in your heart, right? You have to have that authentic passion to attract it. Don't let lies mislead you. Don't let it mislead you. In order to manifest, you have to go and repeat those patterns. I have to jump in that mirror every day and say, Tamasha, you got this. You got this. You can do this. Everything's going to be fine. You're not worried. The anxiety that you feel, the butterflies that you feel, they will subside. I'm going to share something with you guys too. And I wasn't even going to say this, but there was a period of time where I was so, I don't even want to say like insecure. Because I know I'm dope. But we all have those moments of just like self-doubt. And it had gotten to a point, y'all, where I was like, I would not get up out my bed. I would lay there because it was like a battle to get up and do stuff. But as soon as I got ready to do stuff, I felt tired. I was talking to a friend today and he's like, I have not been focused on my brand. I haven't been focused on my vision. I'm tired. I said, dude, that happens when the energies are swirling around you and there's something to be obtained and there's something that needs to come into fruition. But then there's those other negative energies, what we call the imposter syndrome, coming in to tell you that you can't do it. And now when you get ready to open up your book, now you're yawning. When you get ready to open up your laptop and type, now you're yawning. Right? Don't let the imposter syndrome talk you out of your purpose. You have to speak out loud to yourself. Let me get up, right? Don't we do that? Let me get up and wash these dishes. Let me get up and fold these clothes. You have to say it out loud or else you will talk yourself out. There is something that I was told when I joined MLM and hanging out with entrepreneurs. I want to say that Daryl YG, shout out to Daryl YG Kingston, serial entrepreneur, taught me so much love to him. He told me something. He said, don't let the start stop you. Don't let the start stop you. 1 ounce of doubt will count your ass out. Just one, just a little bit. One little bit of doubt will count you out. Don't let these lies lead you, y'all. Don't let the lies you tell yourself lead you. You can literally have everything that you want. Right? In Christianity and amongst other religions, and I normally don't talk about religion. Well, I'm not going to go in depth, but whatever your faith or your belief is, one of the things that, we're taught in church is that we think what we become, right? Which is similar to the principal law of attraction, which states Like attracts like. Despite the fact that it's true that visualization plays a part, an important part and role in our mind to attract what we desire, you simply cannot just visualize what you want and have it fall into your lap. You have to do the work. Manifestation works. I am a testimony. I am a declaration of it. Things that I wanted before that I did not get access to when I was told no, I have right now. I didn't know how I was going to get it either. I didn't. But when you do the work, opportunity opens up. Right? So if I can leave you with anything, do the work. Don't count yourself out. Have vision. Make it plain. And go after it. It's for real that. And don't let nothing or no one tell you that you cannot have it. And you will have it all. I guarantee you that. Before I wrap up, y'all, I came across an article and it says that TikTok users are manifesting hundreds of dollars by using a viral TikTok mantra. And I'm just going to play a little bit of it for y'all right now.
Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And every time a ching money comes to me, it all flows in so abundantly. From the top, left, right, and up under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Flowing in and out, plus money saved. Debt, 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 all debt is paid. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. And every time a ching money comes to me, it all flows in so abundantly. From the top, left, right, and up under me. Wave, 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 I'm a money wave. Money flow, money made. Flowing in and out, plus money saved. Debt, 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 all debt is paid.
And I just wanted to play that for y'all because of the patterning that he's doing in his words. To manifest coins, to manifest some money coming your way. Look that up. It's called the money manifestation. Ching, ching. I'm actually friends with the guy on Facebook that made that. But it's all patterning. Develop a pattern so that you can get what you want. It's already yours. It is already yours. Reframe your thoughts and manifest your dream life. I am so excited to hear any questions that you guys have. I hope I wasn't talking too fast. I was really excited and in the zone talking about this. I could have even gone longer, honestly.
Man, that was amazing. And when you ended it with that little TikTok mantra, which y'all play all the time, I'm so used to even hearing y'all coaches play it. Like, that was so amazing. That really should have like captivated whoever is tuning in. If you truly enjoyed Coach Tamasha, you will send us a comment or a question. Let us know what your greatest takeaway was, or send us a question. I have some written down that have come from other places, and we will be able to talk about those now. So this is our Q&A segment. Round of applause to you, Coach. That was, I mean, I knew you was going to do me good. I knew you was going to do me good. That was so beautiful. It was something that you said, and I'm paraphrasing, but you said the material pursuit can deafen the highest peak of self, right? Mm-hmm. Because a lot of us, we feel like this manifestation thing is all about the material pursuit. I want a bigger house. I want a better car. I want to make it rain. You know, I want to be able to make a lot of money. And that was so piercing for me, especially for our younger generation, which is kind of like part of your audience. Can you just touch a little bit more on that, and why is it more important to manifest other things besides the materialistic?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I've been wanting a Porsche for forever. I've been wanting a Porsche for forever. I remember being caught up in the jewelry, wanting the jewelry, wanting the materialistic things, wanting the Jordans. Y'all, I used to work at JC Penney's and I would spend my little check just to have me some J's on my feet, right? But that's not enough. I don't even have those shoes anymore. It's not enough. And I saw so many people around me that were pursuing the jewelry, the idea of being rich, the idea of having a lot. And what I realized getting into entrepreneurship is that there was so many people that didn't look rich, but had it. And not just rich in money, they were wealthy. They were wealthy in an abundance of love. They were wealthy in an abundance of everything else that had nothing to do with materialistic things. And so when you start to pursue only the materialistic things, when you start to pursue, oh, I got to have that so I can stunt on them. Oh, I got to have that. They not going to be ready to see me show up in that. It starts to deafen your divine purpose, because your assignment isn't to put a chain around your neck. Your assignment isn't to put on those $500 J's, even though they're pretty damn dope, right? Your assignment is to fulfill your purpose and make your mark and make a difference in the world. And I think that everyone has a purpose to pour into others and to show other people how they can make it as well.
That's really, really, really good. Thank you for expounding on that. You know what? I was just really thinking about when you think about something you want, right? Like my Benz. So everybody that knows me, I decided, almost 3 years ago that I didn't want to drive anymore. I have been driving since I was, very, very young. And one day I woke up in a great deal of anxiety. And what put me back at peace was to denounce that I wasn't going to drive. I wanted to be a passenger so I could focus on the road, because I almost had a wreck one day fiddling with my phone. And to separate, I'm very radical, to separate that energy to save my life, I just gave up driving. Now I want to, I'm feeling sexy again about a car. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing this cute little bedazzled steering wheel, and I want this bedazzled steering wheel. And so me and the hubby, we went out looking for cars one day, and I found the Benz. Y'all, I had never seen the Benz before. And every time I'm outside, it's there. I see it in the parking lot. I see it down the street. I see it wherever I am. Coach Tamasha, what is that? It's like an algorithm, like being on social media.
Yep.
That's
yep.
So crazy.
You've been patterning. You were patterning. You already subconsciously had that car in your mind. And now you see it everywhere. It's amazing. I have a friend who has a Lamborghini. Shout out to Damian Carter, FYI, which is the son of Ken Carter. Y'all remember the movie, Coach Carter. And he has a Lamborghini. It's pretty nice too. But it's funny because that's kind of the dream car of my guy. And we see them everywhere, every color, everywhere. Like you said, in parking lots, everywhere. And it's like, when you nestle in on what you want, that patterning process, it happens right in front of you. Even when it isn't in your possession, you will begin to see it in other people's possession. You will begin to meet other people who have it. It's amazing.
It's amazing. Shout out to Coach Adam. Thank you, Coach Adam, for tuning in. He has a great question. He said, how do you deal with not having materials if it's affecting how individuals in business see you as it pertains to working together?
So not having materials is affecting how individuals in business see you. That makes me question the thought process of those that you are in business with. Because if I look at you and I determine that you don't have the latest shoes on, or you're not pulling up in the latest car and you Ubered over here, who am I to judge you and say that you're not adequate because of that? Right? And so now that is not, you don't need to deal with how they're looking at what you don't have, right? Your main focus is to be in gratitude with what you do have, and knowing and declaring, right? Because that's one of the definitions of manifesting, declaring that you will have what you need in order to succeed in business. I got myself with that one.
Coach Adam, did you hear that? Amazing. Coach K. Sabala, yeah, this really, shook me too. My assignment is to fulfill my purpose, not the material possessions. And then if we can really get that, because I love that you just said, you pull up, in an Uber, because I'm pulling up all the time and my money ain't short. That's just what I desire to do. So we can't focus on what others desire of us. We can't focus on others' self-concept of us. We are now adulting. It's really about what it is that you desire, because everything you desire desires you back, as long as you're putting forth the work. And I love that you said that when you were teaching, because that's the part of manifestation that a lot of people don't touch on. And that is the action-based part of the things that you desire. You can't desire to be rich and you're doing very mediocre things. You're not showing up for yourself. You're not pushing yourself to your highest potentials. You have to truly get out there and be the very best that you can be. 7 years ago, I manifested that the Institute would be the first institute that would declare coaches to build medical insurance so we can provide the services that we love to do, and we was doing it freely to finally get paid. And people told me that I hung out with, LaKendra, it is impossible. We're not credentialed. We're not licensed. It's not going to happen. And I truly fixated. Not only did I fixate on it in my mind, and I made it a part of my mantra and my affirmations, and I made it a part of my dreams, but it was an action. It was the action part that really made it blossom. And here we are now, 7 years later, saying that it has come to pass. I manifested something years ago and it has now come to pass. And so I also believe that manifestation works. If you can't see it, it's very impossible to desire it and also for it to desire you back. So anything that you possibly see that is going to expand your capacity in life is the direction you need to be heading in. If it don't make you feel sexy, y'all know when I use sexy, that means good, that means empowered, that means worthy, that means valuable. If it don't make you feel sexy, then that's not the path. That's drawing you in, right? Right, Coach Tamasha? What about, here's a question, what about the negative thoughts? What if I'm constantly focusing on negative thoughts? How does that, how am I able to get rid of my negative thoughts? That's what it says. What if I'm constantly thinking about negative thoughts? How do I get rid of them to not manifest what I'm thinking?
Well, if you're conscious that your thoughts are negative, then you can be conscious on how to reprogram your thoughts to be positive, right? Because now we're taking accountability that we're allowing, because you are in control. You are in control of your mind. You are in control of what you're thinking about. So now you're aware that you're focusing on the negative. So why is it easy for you to focus on the negative? What else is surrounding you? What else are you feeding into your mind, into your soul that will easily allow you to just fall back and be like, man, this is not going to work, man, forget it. I'm just going to quit. I'm done. I'm leaving this. I'm not doing this anymore. You can literally reprogram your thoughts, just like how I grab that mirror and I talk to myself, and it sounds corny. It's a little corny sometimes. But when you begin to do it with a glad heart, now you're waking up like today's going to be an amazing day. I feel good. The sun isn't out, but the sun rises every single day, even when you don't see it.
Declared it. You declared it right there. Yeah. Yeah. That's good. That's good. We just had another question pop up. Here's another question for you, Coach. What do we tell our young people that don't know how to manifest because they don't know their purpose? Where do you start?
We start by defining their purpose. You don't know what you don't know. So if you are taught, or if you are given tools and strategies that will make you think and get those gears rolling, right? Now you're tapping into another level of what might be a good fit for you. And one thing that I need people to always understand, like you'll get an idea of what you think your purpose is, and it'll change. I thought that my purpose in life was to take my communication skills and level up in corporate America. I thought that I would eventually get to probably executive level. I have been in corporate America since I was 19. I've been working since I was 15 when I was able to get a permit. I mean, I was working. And so I thought, hey, I'm really good at this talking thing. The customers are complimenting me. I can level up in this. And it changed. Right? And so when you're tapping into your initial purpose and you're able to identify what you're good in, and you start to run through that and enable yourself to learn so you can figure it out, you'll begin to learn things that will shift your perspective. Something that I realize is that the truth doesn't change, our beliefs do. We just have to get to that belief system. It might take you in another direction. Your opinion and your truth might update to be something totally different than you thought it was months ago or even years ago. So now it's not a matter of still asking who, what, where, why. It's just going forward, going after it, and then getting to a process where now I'm learning, okay, I like this over here. I'm going to do it. And it'll eventually develop into what the true purpose is, especially for children.
Absolutely. And also, like you said, if they don't know what they don't know. However, painting the vision, helping young people to see, to take what's in their head and take what's in their heart out in the vision. You can do a vision board, right? Y'all know I'm a vision board queen, and have them to paint that out where they can discover. Sometimes things have to be taken from the subconscious mindset to the conscious mindset so you can see it in clear vision. Shout out to Tanya Johnson. Hey, what's up, Tanya? She says, I see business people getting a loan but using the loan for other reasons. Would that affect an individual that is in business getting the loan, or is it by credit? How can someone get an EIN number if the IRS isn't answering the phone by mail? Come on now, Tanya.
You're going to have to manifest that they're going to answer the phone, Tanya.
Right, you got to manifest that first.
You got to wake up every day and say, the IRS is going to answer for me today. I don't know if that was really applicable to our conversation, but I got an answer.
You know what, Tanya, in all honesty, I don't know. The EIN number is something that you can really get just online. And if you're trying to establish your business, I really would suggest that you maybe hire a business coach or a consultant that focuses on entrepreneurship, or go to your local entrepreneur. A lot of major cities have entrepreneur nonprofit organizations that help you to get your business together, or go to a small business administration in your area to make things happen for you. How about that? But thank you for sliding that on in. Okay, Coach. Okay, so here's the thing. Those of you who are tuning in, and thank you so much for being brave souls, and you're tuning in and you're holding space with us and you sharing this out. I love it. And you're communicating and you're sharing your takeaways. Coach Tamasha, tell people how they can find you, and what do you have coming up where they can get more of this one-on-one kind of dialogue with you and expand it out a little bit further?
Absolutely. So you can find me on Instagram. My personal IG is Truth of July. My manifesting workshop is Manifesting the Authentic You at Instagram. I am Tamasha Whittington on Facebook. Upcoming, starting Tuesday, this Tuesday, y'all, October 26th, I am hosting a workshop, 5 weeks, one Tuesday a week, called Manifesting the Authentic You. You can visit truthofjuly.com. You can also go to my bit.ly link, which is bit.ly/manifest you to register and sign up. We're going to do this for 5 weeks. This is my second one. And after this is done, I'm going to run it back and we're going to do it again, because now more than ever, we need to be our most authentic selves. And because we can manifest that, I want to teach and go more in depth to show you how. So the link is there on the video, the bit.ly/manifest you. Again, my personal Instagram is Truth of July. My manifesting workshop is Manifesting the Authentic You at Instagram. You can always find me. You can probably find me in the comments somewhere too. So thank you just so much, you guys, for listening to my heart and just hearing me express and really tell you guys my journey and how I've gotten here, and accepting to come on this journey with me, because it ain't over.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing that. We also, when we disconnect, I'm sure Coach Tamasha, because she is a guru at that, she would go in and she would answer you individually and actually have a dialogue with you. Tanya, we hold space with you, Queen. Like, really seriously, if you're really wanting to get your business off on the ground, on this feed right now are numerous of coaches. We are a coaching company. Reach out to someone so someone can help guide you through. That is what we do. Okay. And we know, because you desire to get your business established, and it desires you, and you will get it established. So thank you for committing to that and declaring with us on today. Okay. So that is so awesome. Look, boom, right there. We gonna always show up. That's just what we do. I love our tribe. Coach Adam says, visit the Entrepreneurship Center Dallas Redbird or inbox me. Matter of fact, Coach Adam serves over there, and look how God works. Do you hear me? Awesome. So reach out to Coach Adam. Tanya, we don't know who you are, but we're so glad that you're here with us. So I want to end with this. First of all, make sure, guys, that those of you who want to know more about manifestation, manifesting your authentic you, that you join Coach Tamasha. If you reach out to her and let her know that you were a part of this journey with us on Success Power Hour Friday, I'm sure she'll hook you up a little. She may give you a little discount, So get in contact with her. And once again, I'm going to put the link up real quick so y'all can go find it. Coach Tamasha, is the capital M important? Do they need to type it just like that? It doesn't. Okay.
No. Mm-mm.
So just all lowercase. So bit.ly, manifest you will take you to the link. I think right now how much is the full cost workshop?
Yes, the cost of the workshop is $111. That is an investment in yourself. You're going to definitely get your money's worth, get your values worth, and it's going to be excellent to thrust you into 2022 and beyond.
Yeah, and you're going to get her live. So this is not something that you're going to download. Coach Tamasha is going to be there with you for the 5 weeks. It's just kind of like how we groom our coaches here to show up no matter what and be present. So this is a great deal, and I'm sure you'll get a discount if you just tell her that you tuned in here. Okay, so we have reached the end. Woo! I'm just loving Success Power Hour. If you enjoyed today's segment, please send us some hearts, send us some love. But I want us to end with a manifestation affirmation, and I want you to get centered with me real quick, okay? Take your right hand and place it over your heart, right? Because we're declaring it, because what we're speaking to is so much deeper. It's really down to our energetic level, which connects all of our cells, all of the things that the composition that makes up who we are as we grow into better human beings. And I want you to repeat after me. Are y'all ready? I'll wait. Everybody ready? Okay. I feel like y'all are ready. Okay. So repeat after me. My success is
My success is
inevitable,
inevitable,
and I am always on the right path.
and I am always on the right path.
What I want
What I want
or something better
or something better
is on its way to me.
is on its way to me.
And that's it, y'all. Everything that you want, every person that you need in your life desires you, and it's on its way to you. And you remember that last question I told you, will you let it be possible for you? Will you let it be possible for you? Everything you desire, that business that Tanya is trying to start, that business needs to come to life because there's so many people that need the product or service that you have. All of our coaches that are on here, everything that you have, all of the services, all of the gifts, all of your products that you have is waiting for your audience. All you have to do is continue to move forward with action, right? Progress over perfection. Just start. Coach Tamasha, thank you so much. You're such a beautiful light. I'm so proud of you. And I am so grateful that you're a part of our tribe. To learn more about the Institute, y'all, go to www.globalcoachentrepreneur.org. And we will see you next Friday for Success Power Hour with Master Coach LaKendra. I don't know who's going to be next week, but it's going to be somebody great. Just make sure you're following us on Facebook. Jice Loves on Facebook. Make sure you're following us on YouTube. Follow Jice on YouTube and figure out by Monday who is going to be our secret coach. Bye for now.